How's everybody doing? Um, Happy Monday. We're basically only a few days away from Kevin. They have me short, as you can see. Got that this evening before I came home. Only have to come home about a few minutes ago from work. I've decided this week that I'm not going to do any tidy downs. I'm going to kind of try and reorganise a bit of energy and a bit of strength. So, in other words, I'm only going to be doing my job. Like the job I'm being paid for this week. And then next week, hopefully, we'll be back on tidy towns and other things. I think it's kind of just for the best that they just settle down a bit and just relax a bit more. Then constantly just try and be everywhere and do everything at once. I think that's, I think that should be, the way it should be. Hello, fisherman. But yeah, so I've just kind of taken that decision too. So yeah, we got 2 letters there. I don't know if you see the community post or on Twitter too, and I put it up on my Facebook page, I think too. Our first 2 letters from the Shannon, not from the dog. So 2 TDs wrote back, 2 senators wrote back already, which is obviously very pog. In case anybody wants to see them, I don't know if anybody wants to see them now. The first Navalny's daughter wrote back. She's in the Shannon. So that's good. I already read them out on Cavendish. We'll read out all of them. Well, hopefully we get if we can get a few more tomorrow, it'll be nice. Hello, Miles. How are you? Apart from the 2 letters, you remember I wrote all them letters off. So we got 2 responses, so which is pretty good, very good if you ask me. We got 2 responses. As you can see, there's one of the letters, and then the other letters. See there, the person's daughter, person's father's daughter. It's a part of the lower house of the Oireachtas, so we got a letter from her. I don't know if people want me to read. What's in the statue? What statue's behind you? Which one do you tell me? This one? That's the Michael Collins statue. Are you talking about this one? Oh. Which I don't know what. Would you be hardly talking about the teddy? The teddy's not even with you. The teddy's there. Hardly teddy. Unless you're talking about that, these metal yolks behind me. So yeah, that's Michael Collins statue. That's always really behind me. Now, then the harp and things. Then unless you're talking about this, what did the sentence? I get to that in one moment. I don't know if you've seen the community post. I'll read it out now in a second. Yeah, this is the 1916 commemorative plaque. This. Oh, you mean you're talking that one here? Oh, this one you're talking about. Yes, this is the 1916 commemoration thing with the proclamation of the Irish Republic on it. So yeah, really nice thing. It's very heavy oak wood. So that's there. I don't know. You often can't see it because it's often like that. Because I can't put it straight. So it's usually just in the corner there. And then the harps. I got this nice harp. Somebody made this nice harp for me. And it was very, very nice. So, and then the Irish flag obviously too. That's nice. Calvin Day is nearly upon us, yes. Would you believe in 5 days' time we'll have Calvin Day? But yeah, I read out from the Senator's letters. So read out from, so her full name is Senator Alicia Mary Higgins. So dear Adrian, thank you for your letter. I send my regards that I will not be able to be in Cavan on Cavan Day this year, but I would like to take the opportunity to wish your community and a really wonderful day. Excuse me. One of the things I most admire about County Cavan is a strong storytelling and cultural tradition in the county. I hope that on Cavan Day this year, your community will have a chance to celebrate such rich and traditional and many other wonderful things that Cavan has to offer to the world. So Alicia McCusker, Senator Alicia McCusker, independent senator. So she's independent. The other fellow is Sean Keogh. Why is she not coming? I'm assuming she's busy. Last year I think she was in Cavan. Because she has friends, she did say, I think. Oh no, it was him that said. I think she was in Cavan last year because I do briefly remember her being in Cavan because she has relations in Cavan. So I do briefly remember that. So she won't be here this year. But she's down from Galway. She's in the other side of the country. But yeah, so this is from Sean Keogh. John Keogh, I keep saying that. She's a Fine Gael senator. He's from Fine Gael. So dear Adrian, I would like to wish your group the best wishes on Cavan Day 2022. It's great to see a group so enthusiastic about I can't say his last name about the home place, to see their pride in their county. Cavan is a place I've visited many times over the years. I have many friends who live there, and I always found it relaxing and welcoming. Again, best wishes on the big day. So very fancy, very fancy. So yeah, again, I kind of asked the senators, going back to this one. I asked the senators and I asked the TDs. We haven't got one from TDs yet, so hopefully maybe tomorrow. Yeah, for many things. But yeah, I asked every senator and I asked every TD what would they say is the best thing about cabinet. What do they have to add in cabinet? And as you see, this person said, the president's daughter basically said one of the best things on my is the strong storytelling and cultural traditions in the county. So that's obviously very good. And it's obviously good because it is them themselves. They wrote back themselves. It's not their secretary. It is them themselves. It's them playing themselves. So it's good. It's good to see the went back. So I will say to anybody in Ireland, if you wish to get in touch with your local TD, because again we only have 2 out of 100 out of 200 we set off. So if anybody would, if they come across the local TD or anything like that in the street or something like that, would you mind just giving them a mention? Give me a mention and just say, would you mind just even a small, even a paragraph? I'm happy enough. Even though Sean didn't write your oldage much, like he didn't write 100 things. Yeah, they signed it. Yeah, they signed. Well, this is written by pen. This is definitely written by pen. Sean's one. That looks like pen to me too. So yeah, it is them because usually when I remember when I wrote to senators and TDs before, well not all of them obviously, but I wrote to some, and it used to always be like if it wasn't them, like take for example my local TD here. One time I wrote back, they wrote to me right, and they said secretary for, secretary. They say they're secretary. So that's how I know it's them that with it's the senators themselves, the 2 senators themselves. Because usually would say secretary for, you know. So yes, hello, Cara the Boomer. How you doing? Vote number 1 indeed. Sorry, what's Cavan famous for? Many things. Many things. Okay, literally so much I could never find the time to go through it all. Yeah, I worked them all handwritten. Like I literally did 100,000 words or something. That was way over 100,000 words. I think it was over 150,000 words. And I mentioned Cavan Day about 100. I think it was 52,000 times, something like that, out of the whole lot of it. Because I mentioned Cavan Day about 4 or 5 times in the letter, to each one of them. So and it cost a good few bob to send off the money. To send them off obviously to the house of the rock. It cost a few bob, because the stamps €1 or something and. And the ones I sent off across the seas, again, I got a postal order for them, express delivery on. So. But yeah, it's still time. But I would say to people, if you know if you know your local TD, or if you see them in the street, you happen just to come across them, would you mind just asking them if you could write back? Because they all have their letters. Again, this I didn't. I got a track on some of them to know if they got there. Like the TD's ones, I got 2 trackers placed on 2 of the TD's envelopes, just to see would they arrive. I looked at them the other day, a few days ago. The way you can check your post, you can check and see did they get delivered, and it did get delivered. And the ones did get delivered to the other countries too. So they all got delivered basically. So it's just they either sitting in an office or people just not have the right back. But anyway, who knows? Hopefully maybe tomorrow we have 3 or 4 or 5. Again, if we can get about 10 to 20, I'd be happy enough. I'm happy enough for 2 already, because I actually didn't take even 1 to write back. So, it's good to see that. Because again, we only have 5 days left, so either it'll be a fuck ton tomorrow. Some of them could see it late and might just write back on the Monday afterwards, apologising or whatever. We'll see what happens in it. But it's good to see, and I do appreciate them writing back. You have to say, because again, it's nice that they wrote back now. I have to say, I didn't expect any to write back, so that's my low expectation of TDs and senators. But yeah, it's very kind of them to write back now. I keep that over here. I read them out in Cavan there again. It's probably a bit too early, so I'm a bit too early today. Like, good God, I'm early. Just because I didn't go out tiny times or anything like that today. That's why I'm so early. And I got my Cavan Day top too. Cavan Day 2022. Yeah, boys. I always have my hat on. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it for the rest of the week. I'm going to take a bit of a breather. Obviously, I was at work today. But I'm not going to do any tiny towns. I'm just going to focus on work, and that's like my paid walk. Finish off whatever I need to do in Cavendish. And apart from that, not really anything else at the moment. I'm not going to do too much. I don't want to over back myself. Just take a bit of a breather. And I think that's the best thing for everybody. Because again, it will be tough, probably a week coming up. It's going to be a good bit now. So I probably need to relax a bit more and just chill out instead of going mad and just trying to do everything like a madman. He's a madman, madman. So yeah, anything else to add or anything? But yeah, we never know, fishermen, just to say about I know you're probably a bit upset over the 2 replies. Again, we have 5 days left. If we can get Tretty, I'm happy enough. If we get Tretty, I'm happy enough. I'm happy enough. Again, I had so low expectations. I didn't say this, but I actually didn't think even one of white back, to be totally honest, because I had so low expectations of them. But in fairness to them, they actually did, the 2 of them actually did white back. Again, I'm not looking for a whole power graph or stuff. If they just, like, again, Sean's one wasn't that long, but it was short and sweet. Let's put it that way. And that's what we want. You know, because again, I don't want a huge essay of stuff to read through. I'm trying to get through it myself. But yeah, it was nice. And it was nice of Alicia to, the president's daughter, to, you know, basically say what Calvin's great at, in her opinion. So it's good to get her take on it too. Oh yeah, the Kahoot will go ahead. The Kahoot's going ahead, yeah. The Kahoot is going ahead. There's no change to that. It's still going ahead. Still going ahead. But Davey's mostly in charge of that. I'm just basically there to commentate. That's basically what I'd be mostly there to. Like, obviously I'd be there. I am going to be there commentating, but I'm not going to be setting it up now. Davey's the one setting it up and organising. I'm paying him to do that. So, because I actually don't have a clue, because I know a bit about it, but I don't know much about it. Like, I'd just be there for commentation and seeing what's happening. So that's maybe what I'd be there. The UFO guy is helping out too. He has another role too. But it'll be kind of behind the scenes. It won't be really that public. Like, obviously he'll be there all the day too. But he'll be behind the scenes basically for things he needs to. So we have 4 people helping me out. Actually, sorry, there's me and then 3 other people. Which should help, which should get us through Cabinet. And obviously they'll be paid and everything. They're not doing it for nothing, so just to let people know. We couldn't have people doing things for nothing. Just to say again, if anybody wants to write to the like email the TD, or if they see them on the street or something like that, feel free to tell them to write back to me. Where did I put my phone? But yeah, just to say, I'll probably make a community post tomorrow. If people, if we don't get any other letters, hopefully maybe we get a few letters tomorrow, but if I don't get any letters tomorrow, I'll just probably put up a quick community post, maybe on Twitter or on YouTube, just to say to people who are in Ireland and things like that, if they happen just to come across the TD or things like that, would they mind just giving us a mention, just to see if they would write back somehow. I have a list. I have it actually. I'm way ahead of you, Myers. I already have a list here. Maybe down already. I have two names already. So I have a list already. I already have that kind of set up. And then obviously I have another list too. So I have 2 lists. So basically this was the one where I just wiped them down. And then the other one I just crossed out. So I have a red pen here, as I did when I came home. I just crossed the names out of the list because I have a whole list, all of them in a list. So that's the way. So when the day comes, we have a look at the list. At the moment, it can look very underwhelming. 2 red marks at the whole pages. I would like to see at least 3, maybe at most. So fingers crossed. Maybe if we can get 3 tomorrow, I'd be happy enough. If we get 3 tomorrow, I can read them out and I'd be happy enough. But preferably, hopefully, we maybe get a good few. Hopefully, there'll be so many I won't be able to keep counting. But yeah. Yeah, but if I don't get any more tomorrow, I went to walk. Yeah, I didn't do too much, but I didn't do that much because I'm kind of not feeling 100%. But I was kind of there. Let's put it that way. But I done bits. I did a bit. Not as much as I would usually do, but I done a bit. I done as much as I could. Because again, I don't want to overwork myself this week, because I will be overworked anyways. So it's kind of in the best interest. In the best interest of me. Yeah, but do you think I should change the title for the stream? I don't know what people understand. Probably should. I probably should just leave maybe. Hello, Caden. How you doing? So yeah, very interesting. I actually was pretty shocked because I was just getting ready for work when them two letters came in. So I was pretty shocked, and I wasn't really expecting it. And then obviously I was a few minutes late for work, but that doesn't exactly the reason why, because I tried to make that video and I kind of messed up the first time, and I had to remake it. But yeah, I was only about 2 minutes late, which is the first time I ever was late. But anyway. But yeah. When is Cavendish? Jesus, I've been living under a rock. The 24th, this Saturday, basically. This Saturday. That would have been probably better to say this Saturday, yeah. So it's this Saturday. So the time is very close. Let me use that. Very, oh Jesus, the word is not very soon, it's literally in grasp. It's literally in hands grasp, if that makes any sense. I don't know, that's probably the most utterly stupid phrase I've ever come up in my life. But it's basically, you can nearly touch it at this stage because it's that close. Basically 4 days. Like if you next few hours, it'll be nearly 4 days. Because it's already Monday and Tuesday, then you have Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, and Saturday. Oh, Saturday's cap. Anyway, I'm happy that my shot was ready too. Literally as soon as I was coming home from work, yeah, I will be streaming Kahoot. We're doing the Kahoot, and then we have the broadcast in the evening too, for the Cavendish live thing, which is kind of music, and same as I done the first year. We'll be watching that, and then obviously whatever letters we get, because we have 2 at the moment. If we can get more, and obviously read out the 2 again. We read the 2 of them out again, and whatever other letters we get back, we read them out. And I think there's a few other people have things to show us on Cavendish too. So, and if people have anything to add or anything, we can talk to them about. So yeah, should be fun. So yeah, anything else? I might just stream for an hour today, and then I wasn't planning to stream actually, but it because I got them 2 letters, like why not? I might as well inform people what's happened. But you never know. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow will be a few more, and be a bit more excited than me sitting here choosing music before for the show, like. I kind of knew the music. I didn't really choose it, but I knew who they were going to put on things, but I didn't kind of choose it. I didn't really have a say in it to be done. As far as I'd never. No, I don't think. I said that it was a good singer and things like that, but I don't think I decided. I didn't decide anything. Like the show bit, I don't know what you hear last year, the year before. But they have a show like there's Cavan showbiz would have traditional music and they talk to famous people from Cavan and things like that, so etc. 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 Like I have very little to do with that bit. Let's put that way. Because that's the county council that's doing that bit. We're kind of doing our own thing. So yeah, probably pop. Very pop. But yeah, if anybody has anything else relating to Carpenter or anything like that, now is the time to ask. I think today we're going to not take anybody else's name for the Kahoot. So I think probably from now we're not going to take anybody else's name. If anybody else is thinking of joining the Kahoot, I think who we have at the moment. Again, we have how many people? Was it 10? 10 people we have. Calvin has a Twitter. Yeah, Calvin Collin has their own Twitter. I have Davey has his own Twitter that we have for Calvin did too. So we have a good few accounts for Calvin. Just bear with me. Actually, did I tell them? Did I tell them? Yeah, I know I did. Sorry. Yeah, that's okay. Sorry, I told I was going to tell Davey something. I think I've already told him that, so it doesn't matter. Didn't forget myself now. Being nosy. Gouty. Hello, Cal, aka Calvin Wildlife. I seen you change your channel name. What's all that about? Giving up the Calvin name. Not good enough. Calvin's not good enough, is it? I'm only joking, don't mind me. But I noticed that because I happened to be click on one of your live streams last night, and it was like, wait a second, this is Calvin Wildlife's profile picture, and I was like, this is, I was like, what's happened here? I thought you were hacked. I actually thought you were hacked for a few minutes, and then I actually looked, and I was like, yeah, that's the video I was watching the once before. I was like, yeah, that's you just rebranded. You rebranded because you're not getting the Calvin people. The face mean, and they don't like watching anything. They don't like spending the money on watching any. They don't like spending the money on the internet or anything like that. So you're like I rebrand. I get people from Leitrim and things like that, and Westmead and things like that. It all it all fits together. I don't know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. But yeah, no, I had a good I didn't know what to think of that when I seen that post. But yeah. We'll have food stamps. What? Will they have food stamps? Which? What? Who? Here, you mean? What? Food stamps here. When? Come again? But yeah. It's always going to be. I have to try and remember that your channel has changed. Kevin Fitz. Yeah, like it's to say, some people last year made cakes like for on their own behalf, like for themselves and for maybe for their family. I remember somebody on Twitter made a cake, and they give the bit to their neighbour and things like that. Like there's nothing really like food wise. Next year there'll be something because obviously, 2023 is a bigger effect more than this year. Next year it's going to be a huge thing. Because there'll be people coming back. There'll be people who are originally from Cavan that went to Australia, New Zealand, other countries, and they'll be coming back to Cavan next year. And it can be like a family reunion for people in the Cavity. And there'll be big events planned for that. And I will say that's what I'm saying straight. There's big events planned for it. So there'll be a lot more to do with everything next year. So there probably would be something. There probably will be something like that for it, but not this year. Like other people might make a cake, like as I said last year. Some might make buns and stuff, Cavendish buns or something like that. It depends. I was looking for somebody to do that, make buns and things for Cavendish. Couldn't find anybody that would do it. Because again, usually people have other commitments than worry about Cavendish. And because they're fierce mean and they don't want to do anything for that county. They're fierce mean. Even though I was willing to pay them, but fierce mean people. They're fierce mean. Come again? Sorry, there's things up in there. Scones. Geez, we're not French. But yeah. So any other questions relating to cows I want to? How's the cat? Speaking of the cat, I came in and she's out the back there just sleeping. That's what she's doing, just sleeping. So that's basically all she's doing, she's just sleeping. So I didn't disturb her and she just has her paws over her head and she's sleeping. So I just left her there. So she's happy enough with it, kind of. I check on her later on, but I didn't want to go over because it looked fast asleep. So we're not going to stop. You have a cat? Yeah, a stray cat. She came in because she was stray and I kind of took her in. You don't see her often. Usually she's either asleep or wandering or never really that she's around. But yeah, so it's either one of the two, so that's why she's never really around. Like once or twice, I think maybe I showed her Watson stream before one time. But sometimes she'd be off here, sometimes she isn't. Like sometimes she would come to the door or whatever. But usually not. Oh, hello, Winston again. But yeah, if she's ever around again, I'll show her again. Like if she's here, like if she can hear Barry here. But usually she's never really around here. Like in the mornings, maybe she'd be around here. She might ponder up. If she's in again, sometimes she likes staying outside, then sometimes she comes in. It kind of depends. It's kind of hard to know. So, where should she be next? That's the 101 question. Actually, that's the $1 million question. Hello, GGG. How are you? How is business with you? Stay go live. Stay live for another 30 minutes or so. That's it. It was only, as I said yesterday, I didn't think it was going to go live, but the letters came. 2 letters came, so that's why I said go live. So maybe hopefully tomorrow be a few more letters and we can talk about them. So. It's been held online. It's kind of, this year it's not really in person. Next year will be in person. It's going to be in person gathering kind of thing. It's not going to be an online thing. This year's kind of last year probably be online. To be totally honest with you. So we will see. But it's not really been held, it's just going to be online, if that makes any sense. So it should be fun. Because next year it's going to be just in person, I think. Maybe probably online too. There'll probably be a bit of both. It's kind of hard to know. We just got to take up here and now. Like, nice we have an idea. We have an idea of what's happening. But it's not put pen to paper. Right, fair enough. You're spelling Yavin wrong. But okay, fair enough. I think it's literally on my hat. It's literally on my hat. It's literally on my jersey. It's literally on half of the things I do. Kevin is a Carl. The Carl can't be bothered having the same Carl terribly. The who and Baston thing. What was it? The cow was bigger than the fucking cow. The cow. That's the way they sound. Cow. The cow. Something like that. I can't do it, but I often heard Captain people say cow, and sure, look, I do tell about. That's no, but how would have the saying cow for some reason. It's not. I do have it. I can say cow. But sure, look at there's other people on the county they are, and the county speak any English or they can only speak in farmers talking. They can only speak like a cow, and then the tractor, and then they shall look at. Then there's the road, and then shall look at. But that's the way they kind of go on. Like there's some people down there. They what? Silk? You're looking for silk? The Silk Road, is it? We're going back to Egyptian times, are we? But yeah, up to near Virginia there, Jesus, the language there. So. They're not Caprice down. Silk is different. Hello, camera. How are you? Silk is different. Which are we done about silk or? I don't know. I'm probably getting confused. It's not. What was nature? I can't remember. I'm probably having a fit. I know there was not nature in China actually. Silk. Not Egypt. Isn't it silk? It was silk in China. Yeah, probably was silk. Can't remember. I remember learning a bit about it, but I can't remember actually back then. That's long time ago now. Not today or yesterday. Both today and yesterday, their actions are idiotic. An Irish reference there, if anybody gets it. Galway City Council said. So, Irish references. Their actions are idiotic. Oh, goodness. So yeah, I knew the questions relate to the Kevin Day one. Take-Two and Rockstar Games is going well. They're all going crazy. Crazy stuff. It's the rise of my childhood. GGG, yeah, GGG. Promoting yourself here. What was I going to say? I can't actually remember. I was going to say something. I'm assuming you know each other. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, my apologies. Stoop, what is stoop? And is there I spent my childhood? But yeah. So that's two names out of 250. Isn't it 250? Give or take. It could be a bit extra than that, but let me see. So basically it's 248. Anyway. There I spent my childhood and found from I say we just go how many minutes? We're 36 minutes in. I say we leave around 6:30, just to tip on. What am I looking for here in life? God only knows. Go on to the Twitter first of all. We find what's happening on the Twitter. God only knows. God only knows. God only knows. Da-da-da-da. The Art Kruger's emissions. The Art Kruger's emissions. But yeah, if there's any other questions related to Captain, feel free. What is happening here now? Everything. Too much. Too much, too many, and too few. Let's go. Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Let's go, Brandon. 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 Let's go to the park. I don't know what I'm doing. Just fucking find something to do. But yeah. I have a few things to do tomorrow. Just to kind of make sure everything's perfect for Captain. But apart from that, there's not really much else I can do. This is the wait of the day. Like that morning and that night's going to be busy enough trying to sort things out because I can't really do anything else and do. Like I could go mad in the moment, but I'm not too inclined to do that. No. Yeah, pretty fun, very good, very nice, interesting. All the words. All the wisdom in life is all the wisdom in death. It's all the wisdom in life. Wisdom. So yeah, if anybody has any other questions related to calendar or anything, feel free. Messages. Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. What's this? Ooh, what's this? Come on in. Hello, Bitcoin. How are you? Well, did you ask me the other day about did anybody like any TDs right back? If so, I have news for you. Because I can't remember. Somebody did ask me the other day. I can't remember who said it. Can't remember because it's so often how to remember things. I think it was you. It could be wrong. So forgive me if I'm wrong. But how about you, anyway? I did. Did they? Oh, they did. Two wrote back. The president of Ireland's daughter, Alicia Mary Higgins. I don't know if you've seen them on the community post, but basically two senators wrote back. So two out of 100, 2 out of 150. No, isn't that great? 200 out of 250. That's what we have at the moment. So, in other words, hopefully we may get more in the next few days. Because let's be fair, there's only 4 days An Post will be working. So, if you want to tell your local TD too, if you happen to just to come across them on the street, would you mind just asking them to write back if you could? If you happen to come upon them, which is very hard to come across TDs. But hopefully so. Again, if I could get 30, I'm happy enough. I'd be happy enough. I read them out to you. Do you want me to read them out? I'll read them out. Because I've already done a video on it. I'll read them out for you now. So the other fellow was Sean Kenny. He's a Fine Gael senator. Oh my god, so many messages in the moment. Oh, apologies. What's this? That's okay, yeah. That's fine. So this is Sean Kelly. He's a Fine Gael senator in the Senate. So, and then the other one's from the president of Ireland daughter. So, dear Imogen, I would like to wish you and your group the best of luck, best wishes, on Cavan Day 2022. It's great to see a group so enthusiastic about the home place, to see the pride in their county. Cavan is a place I've visited many times over the years, and I have many friends who live there. And I have to say, I always have found it very relaxing and very welcoming. Again, wish you the best. So that's Sean Kelly. Mayo. He's from Mayo, that direction. And then this is the president of Ireland's daughter that's in the channel, as you know. So the channel. So that's good. Again, this one goes into more detail. This is actually more interesting, this one. Because I did ask all the TVs what would they say about Cavan. What do you think their best quality is? Because again, I wanted to hear what they would say as public representatives. What do they think? So she says, Dear Adrian, I thank you for your letter. I send my regards that I would not be able to in Cavan. Because I think she was in Cavan either the first year or the second year. Because I think I remember somebody saying that she knew that she was with either Senator Joe O'Reilly or something like that. They were talking about that she was in Cavan on a visit or something like that. So I can't remember exactly. It probably was the first year, but I do recall. I never met her, but I recall somebody said that to me. So that's why I think she means she coming to Cavan this year, which I didn't really ask, but fair enough. This year. But I would like to take the opportunity to wish your community a really wonderful day. One of the things I most admire about Cavan, here's the best part, is the really strong storytelling and cultural traditions in the county. And I hope that Cavan Day this year and your community will have a chance to celebrate such a rich tradition, that so many wonderful things happen in Cavan, and to be a beacon around the world. Best wishes, Alicia Mary Higgins, Senator for Shannon, University of Ireland panel. You get it. So yeah, very nice. I actually was shocked this morning. I have to say, Bitcoin. And I have to be honest with you, I actually didn't take even one way back when I seen the first few weeks. Like again, the ones for the Shannon are gone nearly 2 weeks now. Like the letters I set them off 2 weeks ago basically. So the Cavalry said they didn't have time. I've set them off 2 weeks ago. The ones from the Doll were only set off. Not last week, but Friday. But again, it takes the post. So it probably was there Monday morning. The ones for the Doll, but still last week. So they still had a good few days. So there's a good few days there. And an obvious one in another week, so. And again, it doesn't have to be, I'm not looking for an essay. Like, let's be fair, if I was looking for an essay, we'd be, I understand if they didn't want to fight, So, yeah. So, there you go. Pretty powerful, as they say. I'm actually quite happy. At least somebody listened to me. Some people are listening. They're listening to me. But were they all listening? That's the question. Imagine if all of them might back tomorrow. It'd actually be a joke. Me just coming on here trying to weed over 200 of them. I'd be like, good luck to you, I'm going home. I give up. I'm retired. Like, it'd actually be a joke now. If 100 and something came in the door in the morning and me have to weed them all on stream, I'd be like, what the fuck? I swear that they just piss me off at this stage. If they do, imagine if they do that just for the trolls, If they do a wee bit of trolling. Because I literally would be here for about 4 or 5 hours to give me 100 of them at once to weed out. Like again, I get how to weed out too, like no, 100 and something. But yeah, that could happen. Like tomorrow, I could randomly wake up. I could wake up tomorrow, and all of a sudden there'd be 100 in the letterbox waiting to be opened. You know, that could happen. Or there could be 4, there could be 5, there could be none tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe at least be 2 or 3. That's what I hope. If we can get 2 or 3 more every day, I'd be happy enough. Because again, 2 came today. Hopefully, maybe 3 will come tomorrow, and then maybe the next day 3. If so, so be it. I'm happy enough. If I get about 20, I'm happy enough. But that's if I was pushing. I'm being a bit too optimistic here, but hopefully, maybe some of them will. Bum 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 I don't know what I'm doing. Sometimes I actually but yeah, I'm probably only stay live for another 10 to 20 minutes. Maybe I might go live later on, who knows. It depends what people think. But yeah, I don't know how many people seen it on my community tab, the posts. People probably haven't seen it. But yeah, I just basically wanted to come on to say that. Just to say to people, because I actually was happy enough that I actually got some kind of response from somebody, anybody, maybe anyone, but maybe no one. But sure, look at these in Scotland. Oh, there's loads of people seen it actually. Oh, there was a comment underneath. I didn't even see. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I'm dumb. Very dumb. And I might and my pity and singing ball, baby. And I'm hanging out for Christmas Day. We should write to them all for Christmas Day. It'd be hilarious. Just being like, happy Christmas Day. It's also Captain Day. I have a Christmas county Captain in the kitty in the county coast we sit. Remember it's a long way. It's a long way to go. Is anybody here actually? I think the team might be glitched. If there is, you can ask me anything because I'm just chilling at the moment. I haven't seen a bit better form, but still the same. I feel a bit heavy. You know that way, I'm kind of 50-50. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up the spirits, you know. Keep up the fight, lad. Keep the fighting going. Keep the guts smaller. What the fuck? That's literally millions to one. This is millions to one. Like, there's actually no way. Like, this is fake news. Like, actually, no way. No way, highway, anyway, wood on the street I go to my lovely county cabin by my lovely county cabin, my lovely county cabin, my lovely county. If I had a brain, I would be dangerous. Not gonna lie to you. If I had a brain, I would be very dangerous. I have to go and look something like that. I actually remember. What's the name of this joke? If I had a brain, I actually would be fucking dangerous. How do I get that now? I have to try and remember how to get this. Actually, quite difficult to remember everything. Even as a young person, it's actually quite difficult. I don't remember what was this. There's a name of thing I meant to look up, I can't remember. I'd probably come across it eventually, but it's actually annoying when you actually remember it earlier on, and then when you think you remember it, you can't remember. Anyway. At some stage I'll probably come across it. But when would that be? Find out soon. What the fuck have I done here now? I love the way it does instantly just give out of it. I don't try and fix it, I just give out of it. Typical politician. Doesn't want to find solutions but gives out of it. Hilarious. Come again, what's this? Ooh, what's this? This is actually millions to one. Double talk indeed, yeah. I have to get me practicing in stuff bullshit. I don't know, I think it's the screen's a bit broken because it doesn't say there's one person here, but there's a person here. So it's banjoed. It seems better this like it's banjoed. Banjoed, it's banjoed, it's banjoed. Anyway, I'll probably be going in a few minutes. I'm just looking up these things. Not more than I'm on the Twitter. I can't find the thing. I was meant to look it up. I can't remember what it was. I actually hate this. It's getting my wick. Typical politician again. The politician inside of me is doing this. What do we... I say we go for another 5 minutes or so. Then I ship on for tonight. I might come back later, but it depends. It's very unlikely. I'd say just chill maybe and just sit down and watch stuff and just take the rest of the evening off. Instead of running around like an absolute lunatic. 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 Yeah. I have to go live on Facebook. Probably will do that tomorrow. I actually have to. This cabin is coming up. I actually have to now. Yeah, I often said that 2 or 3 times and I never did. It's a disgrace. But you cannot challenge me. You. You see. Ooh, what's this? Come again. Oh, this. Yes. Um, oh, Howdy. Thank you anyway, Keen, for being here at the moment. I know you're probably still here at the moment. I do appreciate keeping me company, even though the screen's a bit broken and everything's broken. And the screen's completely gone, I think, now. The chat's gone. No! Yeah, this is bad. This cannot happen to me. And check one more thing and then I end the stream. You're still here. See, I can predict, I can see the future. I can tell everything. You have nowhere to hide. I'm only joking. I don't know why the screen's broken, but okay. Fair enough, game. If you deem some. But yeah, we're probably going to say. But if you do you have any other any questions to talk about Cavendale and if you have anything, I could answer them. But if you wish to ask, if you want to know anything, what do you want to? What's the story in Ballymurray? What do you want to know? Ballymurray used to be actually a decent show. Actually, was a decent show now. It wasn't the worst show now. Ballymurray. Better than some of the crack now. Do they have to sign a sheet for Cabinet? For which part? Where, like in regard to what? Like as far as no sheet for anything. You have to sign no sheet for anything. Do it. Like I take people's names. If you're talking about the Kahoot, yeah, I just take people's names, so just so I know who's joining on Cabinet. That's about it. They don't have to sign to it. Yeah. As long as I know who's joining, that's the main thing. That's why I just take on this, so I know and I know how many people there. If that's right, is that what you're asking? If it's not, I can find out. Sure. If you have something else to ask too, don't be afraid to ask. But yeah, I just take it down just basically to keep records to know who's going into the Kahoot. Like we have 10 people, just so I know, and I can give them. So because again, we have 10 people in the Kahoot basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Because if I didn't take count, I wouldn't know who's supposed to be there or who's not supposed to be there. You know. And it'd be just a mess. You know. You know that the way is gone. You know me. You know me. Here we go. I go in a few seconds actually. Because it's literally 1 hour live. I didn't plan to go 1 hour live, but okay. I just been for a while. That's why I came on just to show them 2 letters. If we get more, of course, we should. Well, hopefully, maybe a few more. Because 2 more is kind of very little to talk about in regards to them. But yeah, probably the most earliest live stream I've ever done in my life. I don't know. Could be back this evening. It kind of depends. I might just be back for a few minutes. It depends. If I know anything else or if anything else happens, I might come back for 20 minutes. So yeah, I think until then, I think we say goodbye for the moment. Just let me check something more. I think I say adios and goodbye. So I talk to you again. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you, Kean, again. And I talk to you all later and goodbye.